Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Husband!
Wife!
Hi.
Hi.
What the fuck are we doing today?
You don't know because you didn't prep.
Right, exactly. That's why I was like,
So it fell on me and I got together something real quick. So we, you may have heard about Trump and how
I heard about Trump.
You have?
Yeah.
What have you heard about him?
He's addressing the country, tomorrow? I don't know when
he
this
is.
I don't know when this will
that'd
be
be
released.
Today if you're on Patreon, but if you're not, or no, actually it goes out to everybody. So it'll be tonight for most people when they hear this.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll be
Wednesday.
Tonight at 9 p.m. I believe he's addressing the country, which that should be rich. Yeah.
I'm wondering what he's going to, what is it about?
It's going to be dumb, I can tell you that.
Well, yeah.
So,
yeah.
And then you can quote me on that.
Yeah.
I say right now, whatever it is.
Well, what do you think the topic is? Do you think the topic is like the Venezuela thing? Or do you think he's going to on TV declare war?
I don't know. You know, any one of those things could happen. I mean, if he was smart, he'd just defend his policies that have caused. He'd try to mitigate the fact that he has caused terrible shit to happen to our economy.
Is it time for an official State of the Union? Is that what this is? Or is this a press conference?
He couldn't wait for the State of the Union, so this is going to be like a midterm State of the Union type thing.
So it's a press conference.
It's something. It's him talking. There'll probably be markers and then charts that are wrong and stats that are definitely wrong.
I bet he mentions the Peace Prize.
There might
both
be,
of them.
There might be wrong facts, I'm guessing.
I hope that there's a map with Sharpies. That's favorite.
Always fun.
That was my favorite part of his first administration.
Yeah. But today.
Oh yeah, today. I'm so sorry. Yes.
What
are we
we're going to be
doing?
discussing is the Religious Liberty Commission.
I don't know what that is.
Well, so
this is the intro, so don't tell me yet.
Yeah. It's something that was enacted back in May of this year, and we'll get into it a little bit more, but it's not great.
Oh, is this a thing that we might get arrested?
Not, I mean, it could end up that way. We might all be going in front of a tribunal or something. Who knows? We have to wait to find out.
Oh, this is exciting.
That's further down the road than we are currently in, but it doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good.
Let's just leave it at that.
The fact that it wasn't a hard no, that's not right. That's not okay.
I mean, there's just no telling anymore. Anything could happen on any given day. That's just the way it feels that way right now, doesn't it?
Do you think my parents would save me?
No.
Oh man.
Yeah. Sorry. So that's what we're going to discuss today.
Okay.
You ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about the Religious Liberty Commission.
What's that?
So Trump created it in an executive order on May 1st, 2025.
So this year then?
Yeah, so this year.
It's very new.
It's basically an advisory board to the White House on Domestic policy for religious liberty, quote unquote.
What is it, for something or against something?
That I'm going to leave up to everybody to decide for themselves. But I do, before we get too far into this, I want to go down the list of people that are on this advisory board.
Okay.
Because
are they recognizable names?
Some you will definitely know. Yes.
Oh, geez. This is going to hurt my heart.
It's not the best of lists in the world.
So they're not being shy about what they're trying to do over there.
Right. Yeah. No. So we got the first one. The chair of the committee is Dan Patrick.
I don't know him. A
Christian first in politics, and is very, Christian.
So he's a Christian nationalist.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's currently, or at least he was, or is currently the lieutenant governor of Texas.
Oh.
And a Christian right power broker. So he's just very.
So he's a Christian nationalist.
Everything is under God to him, and that's just how he operates. So.
Under God, just like the way all his women are under him.
we assume. Based on.
Allegedly.
Well, that's
what I heard.
I don't think the next person needs much of an introduction, but he is a Seventh-day Adventist, and it's Ben Carson. Is the vice chair of
the surgeon.
Committee. Yeah.
He was a brain surgeon at one point.
Right.
Who could even believe he talks like he's so sleepy? He talks like a turtle.
Somebody else, there's a guy named Ryan T. Anderson. He's a conservative Catholic, and he is all about moral politics with regard to marriage, gender, and abortion. So very conservative.
Christian nationalist. Got it.
Well, Catholic. So, yes, but different version.
Not quite a Nazi, just very MAGA.
Now we have Christian and Catholic, so we're multiple religions here now. We're branching out. We're making this better.
No, they're the same religion. They're different sects of the same religion.
Yeah, some might say that, some might not say that, but whatever.
Right.
They're both conservative.
The Catholics say yes. The Christians say no. The Protestants say no.
I would say they both say no, but that's just my opinion. So.
No. Some of the Catholics that I knew, they were very offended if you told them that they're not Christian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that may be right. I don't know.
I mean,
but I don't think they would not equate themselves with evangelicals, though.
Sure.
They're not the same.
No, they're not the same.
Right.
They're not Protestants.
Right. Let's see. We have a Catholic bishop named Bishop Robert Barron, and also very big on moral issues, and so
I'm so sorry.
Very.
You said Robert Barron, but all I heard was robber baron, and then that made me think of the robber barons, from when was that? The 20s, the robber barons.
Sure.
That they were the capitalist money guys.
You talking about the railroad barons?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not robber barons. That's railroad barons.
No.
It's railroad barons.
Okay, but...
I promise.
I'm talking about, the rich pigs,
That's the railroad barons.
Oh.
Yep.
Who am I thinking of? Robert.
Railroad barons.
No, but there was a robber something. Robbers.
There's a lot of robbers, and there's a lot of Roberts.
No, I'm not thinking of Robert. I'm thinking of robbers, like stealers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, go on.
Where you're going with this at all.
Okay.
So,
like the Lindbergh baby people.
Nazis?
Well, I was thinking the robber barons.
Kidnappers?
The robber barons.
What the? I don't even know what you're talking about at this moment.
Oh my God.
I have no clue what you're going on about.
The robber barons.
It's railroad barons, I promise.
Okay, but I know I've heard the phrase robber. I'm looking it up right now. Go on.
Okay, you're not going to pay attention to what I'm talking about.
I'm listening. You've named a bunch. You've named a bunch of Nazis and.
No, we didn't name any. I mean, not any known Nazis that I'm aware of, but yeah,
covert Nazis.
Right.
Okay, I'm so sorry, but I need a correction.
Okay.
Where you're wrong and I'm right.
Okay.
Because, oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
Hold on. 19th century.
Wife is doing in-the-moment research, so...
Hold on.
Hold the podcast for a moment.
Fern said, at Sacrilegious Discourse, you're wrong.
Okay.
And robber barons are industrialists. Oh! See? They are. You're wrong and I'm right.
Okay.
Robber barons.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm wrong.
Oh, You're always wrong. That's from Old Man Brandon. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. All right. So, moving along.
I'm so happy about that because I'm like, the robber barons.
I'm glad you were right, and I was wrong.
I'm glad I was
good.
too.
That's happy for you.
That's
That's good times.
That's gonna cheer me up for hours.
Yeah.
I know.
This is a win for wife.
Yes, go on. I'm sorry. Okay, so
the next person is Carrie Prejean Bowler, listed as a conservative Christian activist. But let me just read something of what she actually came from here because
it's relevant.
Well, yeah, sure. It's relevant. So she is, let's see, where is it? I'm trying to find it. Sorry. She is former Miss California USA and Miss USA first runner-up in 2009.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why that made me laugh. Trump seen those titties.
But she has been apparently known for some stances on things.
Stances on things is so vague.
Yeah.
Can you narrow it down?
But she opposes same-sex marriage. She apparently has a platform. So now she wrote some books apparently.
Okay, so she's a Christian nationalist.
She's not nobody, but I mean, I'm thinking that the Miss USA stuff didn't hurt anything. So.
Right. She was okay. Anyway, so we've got a bunch of Christian nationalists.
Sure.
Go on.
Next, we have Cardinal Timothy Dolan.
Cardinal. Jesus Christ.
And so Catholic again.
Okay.
And very pro-life, and big on religious liberty. I'm putting those words in quote marks every time I say it because to me the words religious liberty are they mean something different to Christians in my mind than they do to the rest of us.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be like what the forefathers meant, Christian liberty, like freedom from religion, freedom of religion, freedom to do whatever religious thing you want as long as it hurts no one else.
Right.
Keep it to your fucking self.
Like, keep it to yourself, right? Like that. Don't interfere. Like it should not interfere in politics or government.
But they're like, no, Christian liberty means I have the right to be Christian at you.
Right. That's what it's becoming.
Right.
That's what they want it to be.
You guys already own the entire bulletin board. We're just asking, can we have a corner? And you're like, how dare?
Right. So next on the list, we have Franklin Graham, which is a very hardcore evangelical part of the Billy Graham empire, which is a very, that's, yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay.
He's basically evangelical royalty and is a big mouthpiece.
You had me at Billy Graham.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Billy Graham is not my lover.
We've got someone named Allison Ho who is...
yes, she is. I'm sorry. I'm a child. Go on.
She's just a conservative legal operator. So
she's
apparently...
just a girl.
I mean, she's there to figure out if we can legally do this or not or whatever based on, conservative ideals and stuff.
Like, why do they even bother at this point? They don't even know the laws.
Right. Yeah, I know, right? Next, we have Dr. Phil.
You're serious?
I'm serious.
Jesus Christ!
Yes.
This is the worst possible timeline. It's so badly written.
I'm not even going to go into what it's fucking Phil. Dr. Phil. Jesus, come on. We've got Eric Metaxas. I'm not really sure how to pronounce his last name. But
Medices?
He's a Christian conservative commentator with an Orthodox background.
Boring.
And, it's not, again, more Christian conservative.
Okay.
So there we go. Kelly Shackelford.
Okay. I didn't know that name.
Well, she's not like one of the major religious people, but she's more of the litigation side of things. So she's a lawyer that is a conservative.
What Shackelford do I know?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I either know
clue.
her or somebody with a similar name, but I don't know why.
And hold on, we're about to get our third religion in here. We got Rabbi Mir Solveichik. I definitely butchered that name.
Wait, Rabbi, that's a Jew. They got a Jew up in there.
Yeah, an Orthodox rabbi, and emphasizes Jewish tradition, American founding themes, and often aligned with conservative religious framing.
Look at them being diverse.
They picked the most conservative.
He was a DEI hire.
Yeah, I mean something like it was. They wanted the third religion, right? So that they could say they have multiple,
right?
multiple
He's their
religions.
token.
They're representing multiple faiths, like not just two.
Not just Christian.
Not just Christian, multiple faiths.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
it's so funny that they think that Catholic is an entirely different religion. And I'm like, but it's not, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cute.
And next we have Pastor Paula White.
Oh, my God.
She's big on the prosperity gospel, if you don't know who she is. One of Trump's spiritual advisor people, which is really
prosperity
not cool.
gospel the thing where it's like, if you're good, money will come to you, and like you deserve to be rich, and you should give all your money because then somehow magically it pours back onto you.
Correct.
But only the rich get richer and the poor get poorer somehow, but you deserve to be poor.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
Next we have Pamela Bondi.
Oh, I know her.
Yes, as most of us do probably. But she is acting as the Attorney General right now, and definitely is not friendly to non-Christian, in general being.
She's a Trumper.
Yeah. So we got next there's Scott Turner, who's a Southern Baptist pastor, and
Pap smear, got it?
Sure.
That's what I thought you were saying at first.
And then we have Vince Haley, which I don't know much about this person, but they're a policy architect, is what it said. So I guess they're the policy person. They're gonna make sure that they can write this into laws and make it all work, I guess. And then Pam Bondi can push it, into whatever, and who knows. So there's the lineup of people that we have in this
little club
thing. Yeah.
This little God club.
It's not a great list, and it's not very conducive in my mind to good outcomes for people that are not Christian.
But what are they like? We show up at our club meeting every week, and this is our goal, this is our mission. Like, what is it? Yeah,
so they've been doing hearings. So and that's kind of what brought this to my attention for this one. And the last one that happened on December 11th, and it was the Religious Liberties Commission hosts a fourth hearing on religious liberty in the military.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so this is the fourth hearing that they've done on this, and it's not great. Like, what... Okay. People in the military already have the ability to...
Let me tell you my experience.
Yeah, please. You were in the military.
Well, I was first raised as a military brat.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I have that experience. Yep. And then I served myself.
Right.
So growing up, I was not raised with religion. My dad was Air Force, a career Air Force.
Yeah.
All my friends, we moved around, but we spent most of my childhood at one Air Force base in southern Italy.
Sure.
And a lot of the people there did go to church, but most of my friends did not. Like, a few of them did, maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe more than I'm aware of even. But we didn't talk about God or church or religion at school or anything.
Sure.
We just talked about, teenagery things.
Yeah.
But I was aware that there was a pastor and there was a church, and it was very weird to me because I didn't know anybody that went and I didn't go. But when my dad retired and we moved to Texas, then everybody I knew went to church, and it was like, have you been saved? And I didn't even know what those words meant, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
So I had that, growing up, those two things where church existed, but it wasn't pushed on anybody by any means.
Right.
Now, when I went into the Army, in basic training, you had Sundays you could either be working, doing on clean detail duties, whatever.
Right.
Or you could go to church.
Right.
The majority of us went to church.
Sure.
Because we did not want to work. We were exhausted.
My understanding, though, is that was a multi-faith.
It was. And that's what I was going to get to. It was multi-faith. It was non-denominational. It was very vanilla. It was mostly check the box. But it was it served a purpose for those who needed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to church. That's what I do. But again, it wasn't forced on us. It was just available. And those of us, the majority of us that chose to go, went not for religious purposes.
Sure.
We went because one might say we were lazy, but I don't think going through basic training, anybody could be considered lazy by not wanting to work on Sunday.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Maybe that's just me, but I'm okay with it. But then when I got to my duty station, there was a pastor at the place where I was stationed.
Mm-hmm.
There were some churches, like there was like one non-denominational church on post, but there were a lot of people that went, but there were a lot of people that didn't go. Like it just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't a thing, but you were very free to go if you wanted to.
Sure. Now, just to read a little bit about the statement that they put out for this, one of the things says, our goal is simple, to restore religious liberty to its rightful place as a fundamental pillar for generations to come. And
its rightful place as a fundamental pillar.
Right. Yeah. It says, it goes on to say, yesterday, the Presidential Commission on Religious Liberty held a hearing in Dallas focusing on our military. Our history is clear. Since 1775, our country has encouraged religious liberty in the military, distributing millions of Bibles to soldiers and honoring their religious beliefs and practices.
That's not untrue, but not the way they mean it.
Well, no. What they're trying to do, instead of making the military a place that is accepting of all religions,
they're trying to say no.
Specifically because they're mentioning Bibles, they're trying to turn this into a religion, which is Christianity.
Yeah. Christian nationalist.
Right. Yeah.
Not just like... They're trying to make what we've been saying for years, you and I, that when we see the American flag on people's houses, we know what that means. It means you're Republican. It means that you are Christian. And it means that you are probably like anti-gay, anti-abortion, and you probably got a couple guns.
Yeah.
Like, and that's all equated with the American flag, right?
Yeah.
And how it made us feel really shitty because we both grew up separately in different parts of the world with this patriotic understanding of what the flag meant. And we hated that it had been ripped away from us by these Christian national fucks.
Yeah.
And that's what this group is trying to make that thing that we kept saying that's what it is. And people kept saying you're being ridiculous. That's not true.
Right.
Like, that's overstating it. And I'm like, but that's what this group is.
Yeah.
This group is saying, no, the American flag and Christ and the military, the American military is all together. It's all one thing.
Yeah.
It's all America and God, and Jesus is white.
I blame this all on Starbucks because Starbucks wouldn't say Merry Christmas.
It's not that they were like anti-Merry Christmas.
I'm joking. Okay. Of course.
Okay.
But it embodies the idea that the Christians on the right have about what liberals think about Christians, right? They think that they are being shit on.
Yes,
right?
they are the victims.
Oh, you can't, you won't allow us to say Merry Christmas. I'm like, no, you can say Merry Christmas all you want, but you can't expect me to say it back.
Right.
Like, I don't have to say it back. And moreover, if I'm being respectful of people that are walking into my establishment or people in the government who are helping try to make this country a better place, we shouldn't be saying it to anybody because we don't know who we're dealing with. They may not be Christian.
It's like assuming somebody's gender.
Right.
You don't assume somebody's gender and you don't assume somebody's religious faith or lack thereof.
Sure. And you and I have always operated on we should be working towards a better, more inclusive world, right? Like that is what we should be working towards.
Right.
And what religious freedom has what it has come to embody in this country is the exact opposite of that.
Right.
Like, we will not include anybody else. We are only going to accept Christians as the rightful owners of this country, and that is all that we will accept. Because it happens in every speech that Trump gives. It happens in every speech that most of the Republicans that are really conservative and like vehement about it give, because they hate Muslims. They hate atheists. They hate everything that is not white Christian nationalist.
Exactly.
And it's just sickening to watch this happen to our country and to have them take institutions like our government and try to take them away from this whole idea of separation of church and state and make it seem like it's a good thing to people.
Like, I realize that my conversation about like my experience, both as a military brat and then as a military service member, is anecdotal. So I don't want to say that other people who were either military brats or who served themselves in various branches, I don't want to say that they were not forced into religions. I can't speak for everybody across America.
Right.
So it occurs to me that, like, I don't know what I'm talking about other than my own personal experience, but it seems to me from my personal experience and what I have talked to other military brats that I grew up with, and then the other service members that I've met in and around the country, both growing up and then serving with and, keeping in touch with, it seems to me that the military was always like yes, you can believe that, but military first.
Sure.
Like, Christians are like, no, God first.
Right.
But in the military, like, they specifically break you down to say the only thing that you need to be worried about is the chain of command and doing your job as a service member.
Right. Well, and if you've watched any of the political the military propaganda that's being put out by like Hegseth and stuff, and the Trump administration, it's very like, it's scary because they're almost it looks like what they're trying to do to our military is turn them into a religious fighting force, which is very fucking scary.
It's very scary. And then also it puts me in this really weird, uncomfortable position where I'm having to defend the American military when I already have mixed feelings about it.
Well, I do have some like, the hope for me is like that meeting that Hegseth had with the top brass. There was a meeting, maybe 2 months ago,
right,
that Hegseth had,
where
and he was like,
called them all in from the field and from their various places where they were like undercover even or whatever.
Yeah. And he was basically saying, we need to not be soft anymore. We need to
stop being fat and shave and make your uniform shiny and work out and look strong and be the best military on the planet.
He was trying to be so fucking alpha in that moment and to all this military brass, and they're like, fuck you.
And they were silent. They did not give him the reaction he wanted.
Well, yeah, because it's our military is the most, at least traditionally, historically, is one of the most respected militaries on the planet because of the amount of money we've invested in it, because of the amount of training we put our soldiers through, because of, look, there's so many things that are wrong with the military in general. I'm trying to I'm trying to give them credit, and at the same time, I know the bad things that they've done too.
And that's what I was saying. Like, it's putting me in this weird position where I feel like I have to defend the military, and I already have a very emotionally mixed experience.
Sure, because I mean, you can't talk about the military and forget things like Abu Ghraib, right? Those are things that happened,
right? And
they're things that will probably continue to happen, but I feel like going down the road that we're going with this, it's going to get worse.
Right.
Because when we bring in Christianity as a tool for military, right, then hate becomes okay.
Yeah.
Hate becomes institutionalized. Not just like it's one of those things that happens on the side because you're in a military scenario.
Exactly.
But literally institutionalized hate. And it goes back to like when Hegseth was they're buying
Fox News host in the morning. He was already saying kill, kill, kill.
Right. Well, he's bombing those fucking boats in the Caribbean, right? And we don't know 100% because he's denying it, but it seems like maybe there's a chance that the order came to kill people that survived an attack, and that, if it was given by Hegseth, is a fucking war crime.
Well, it's a war crime regardless of who gave the order.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. It is a fucking period, the end, full stop. That is a war crime. And we're promoting ideas that are going to make those types of things more normalized. And more normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that to me is the scariest part about all of this, is that we are not walking a good road for our country, because when we start talking about Christianity in government, we're talking about institutionalized hate, no matter which section of government you're talking about. You're talking about making it okay to hate other types of people.
Yeah.
If you're not that type of person, it's okay. Because the government says so. It's okay.
Okay,
to hate.
let's not be like innocent, naive fools here and say that wasn't always true. But
Sure.
there was hard work to try to get away from that. Like, I don't want to be naive and be like, back in the good old days.
No, absolutely. You're right.
Like racism was a thing, and various religions hating on each other was a thing, and being atheists, being shit on was a thing.
Sure. No,
So-
but the difference is that when we had people in office like Obama, right? And even Biden, because we're not totally whatever, we were working towards making the world a better place as opposed to regressing into one that is more hateful.
Right.
And that's what it feels like we're doing now. We're not working on the problems. We're causing more problems.
Right.
And we're going to be causing these problems to linger for decades longer than they ever needed to.
And
centuries longer.
What sucks on top of that, like, this is off topic some, but what sucks on top of that is Gen Z and then Gen Alpha, they are aware more than any generation before them because they are chronically online and have never lived without internet. And so they are more aware of what is happening in this country and to the world and climate change ruining everything. They are more aware of all of these problems than any other generation before them. And they're not doing okay with this knowledge. They are not happy. A lot of them are very depressed.
Sure.
Not just because like they're realizing, at the age of 20 that they'll probably never own a house or, never be able to afford to have kids and don't even want kids anyway. Like,
right.
And then they've got this on top of, and the world's on fire.
Yeah. So anyway, that I'm going to go into something else here,
Sure.
but yes, this all sucks, right?
Yeah.
This all sucks. This kind of goes back to something else that's been happening. We had this happen in July where the IRS decided that it will not enforce the Johnson Amendment, which, are you familiar with what the Johnson Amendment is?
No.
Okay.
I've heard of it.
So
I probably know it as soon as you say it.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. So the Johnson Amendment is where 501c3s,
which are
including
nonprofits.
churches, they're not allowed to participate in candidate campaign activity.
Okay. Got it.
And now the IRS in July has decided that they're not going to enforce that, which that's crazy. They've never. Let me back up a step because they've never really hardcore enforced it, especially with churches.
Yeah,
they've kind of turned a blind eye to it. But like now it's like official policy basically for the IRS. They're just not going to enforce it.
Right. Which, I mean, before they didn't necessarily enforce it, but like if somebody went hard to call them out and you had like so much proof that it was ridiculous, you could have the church fined or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. And the reason this is a big deal, especially with like this whole committee that they formed to look into religious liberty and all these things where they're trying to change policies in our government with regard to Christianity and everything else, right? Mm-hmm. And how they feel so shit on. They're basically giving religious institutions a tax-free place to propagandize and manipulate our voting base through their churches, through these community centers that used to not be allowed to talk about politics, but about faith. Right. So we had them separated. We tried to make them separate, and it kind of worked for many, many decades. Right.
There was always a struggle, but the separation was at least there in pencil. Right.
Well, now we have, Trump has been pushing hard on talking about how the Johnson Amendment needs to go away, and the IRS is saying we're not going to enforce it, and we have the religious, the Religious Liberty Committee, whatever, the Religious Liberty Commission, fighting to get Christianity put into our fucking government. We have all these things happening.
Our military.
Yeah, government and military. Right. Like this is all because obviously the Christians are being shit on, right?
Yeah.
We all know that.
By
right?
not being in charge of everything.
This majority of people in our fucking country, they're being shit on every fucking day, don't you know?
By not being allowed to be in charge, that's mean to them. You're not letting them boss you around. That's mean. You should be letting them do whatever they want, and you're not letting them, and that's mean of you.
Right. So, but what happens to the minority religions? What happens to the atheists? What happens to the people in, let's just go back to the military, specifically in the military. I don't know that at this point in time, if I would admit that I'm a Muslim or if I'm an atheist, because it feels like it's going to hurt your chances of being able to do anything in that.
Oh, that just reminded me. When I served was the first time, so I would have been like 21, 22, okay? And I just turned 50.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like 30 years ago, okay?
Right.
Is the first time ever that I had heard of Kwanzaa. And it was because this guy that I worked with, I can't remember, specialist somebody, I can't remember his name. But anyway, he was taking a religious holiday off, and everybody in the office was like, what holiday is that? Like, not like you can't do that, and not like hardcore giving him a hard time, but like, what's that?
Right.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, he said it was Kwanzaa, and I don't know anything about Kwanzaa. I keep meaning to look into it, and then I just don't.
Sure. We should probably do an episode about it.
We
sometime.
probably should. But I just remember that he had the freedom to take that day off as a military service member.
Yeah.
And he was not in trouble for it. Now, was it socially? Did he feel socially okay with it? No, but nobody gave him too hard a time.
Right.
Like when he came back to work the next day, everybody wasn't like, ew, you're the Kwanzaa guy.
Right.
Like, nobody was like that.
But most of the people gave him, like, he had that pseudo hard time socially.
Yes. And that was it.
Because most of those people were Christian.
Yes.
Not because those Christians got shit on.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
I'm just, that's my whole point, right?
No, I'm just trying to say, like, I just remembered, like, oh yeah, I do have an example of how you could be whatever faith you wanted, and it was separate from your work, at least where I was at.
Sure. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know where this all ends. I don't know where this all leads. I don't know what's going to come next.
I think it depends on who's president after Trump. I mean, they keep joking around with him trying to run for a third term, which obviously isn't legal, but
I don't think it's going to be even viable.
He's not going to live that long.
Well, he's not going to be mentally stable that
allegedly.
long. Allegedly. Yeah. So, but it's not a great look for our country. It's not. This is what is going, like, when I think of things that could destroy what it means to be, an American, and I say that the U.S. of A, but an American. This is one of them, because to me, the ability to accept other cultures and other ideas has always been a large part of what it means to be a true American. What it means to be free, what it means to have the ability to accept other cultures and ideas. Like that is part of what it is.
In the 80s, it was the melting pot idea, and then as we realized, wait, no, we don't want to melt everybody into one thing. Like, that's not what we're trying to do, because we appreciate each other's differences. We're not saying, like, don't have differences. We're trying to say, let's be more like a stew. Yeah. Like, we're all the things. So I think that was more like the 90s. Like, the 80s was the melting pot, and then the 90s was like, no, we're an American stew. And I always loved that idea that, like, we all come together, like, we're so different.
Sure. And I'm not naive. I understand that was always a work in progress. That was always something that...
But that was the thing. We knew it was a work in progress, and now we feel like, no, that's not even on the fucking table.
Right. No, it's being completely undone.
No, right now, we're still trying to build a fucking house. We don't get stew for dinner. We're not even worried about dinner right now, because we don't have a house.
I'm worried if the foundation is even finished.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
yeah.
I didn't really have anything else to discuss. That was more or less. I wanted to reiterate how I feel about kind of the religious aspects that are happening in our government right now that are targeted at
non-Christians.
Targeted at non-Christians and targeted at promoting Christianity as the...
It's just the thing.
Religion of the U.S., right?
It's the national religion is what they're trying to say.
Angling towards a theology or towards a theocracy in this country, and it's sickening to me. And we started this podcast after Trump's first term, right? And part of it was brought on because of things that we felt Trump was going to be that he kind of gave voice to in our country. It
wasn't specifically him. It was the Americans. It was the Christians. Yeah. If I'm being honest.
He gave a voice to them. He gave a megaphone to them.
Yes. But it wasn't him pushing. Now he's pushing. Like before it was just him like trying to figure out what he's doing. But the Christians came out and they were like, and we were like, what the fuck? This is not cool.
Yeah.
This is disgusting. This is well, and it was even before that, really, during Obama, when we were like, oh, this country was not ready for a black president. Like, I mean, obviously we were because we voted for him twice.
Yeah, but that's where a lot of the hate started coming out and we saw that happening.
Yeah.
So
like before it was all under the carpet, and then by having a black man dare to be in charge, like how dare?
Yeah.
How dare a person who's not a white Christian be leading this country, and we're all going to hell now.
I mean, apparently that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
So I don't have anything else though. So do you have anything else to add?
I don't want to be lynched for being an atheist.
Yeah. Just leave us the fuck alone.
Yeah, that's all I want. Like, I'm not trying to force anything on you other than, can I force you to leave me alone?
Right. We don't knock on your door.
No.
You knock on ours.
Yeah.
So just stop knocking, man.
No, I'm not knocking on Christians' doors.
All right. I think that's all we got for today. Thank you for joining us for this impromptu podcast that I threw together at the last minute.
You did a great job.
Thank you. We are doing this live on Discord right now, so don't forget to come over to Discord. The link will be in the show notes, and we do this every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. So join us and we have a lot of fun. So just come over and join us. It'll be great.
And also you can correct us like Fern and others did during the episode.
Yeah, during the episode. Yeah, It's great. We get live fact checking. It's awesome.
And it's always the best when I'm right and husband's wrong.
That is always the best. That is correct. Yes. Thank you again, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.